Hello. Hi again. It is me, Bonnie. I thought I would show you a quick, super simple, everyday eye look that I go to and can pretty much bang out in like 10 minutes. And I think that might even be generous. Moving on, it doesn't require a whole lot of things, and the likeliness is that you probably already have a lot of them. It's not rocket science, but super simple. You're gonna need a bronzer, a medium brown, and a deeper brown, and then a champagne shimmer shadow. That's pretty much it. I use Coastal Scents for my shadows, and my bronzer is just the everyday bronzer that I use on my face. Today I'm going to be using Brown Harvest from Coastal Scents. It's a shit ton of pan because I use it every day. And then I'm going to deepen up that with Burnt Umber. Again, shit ton of pan because I use it every day. And then the shimmer that I'm going to use is called Caramel Ice, and it's already started to get pan. I also use it as a highlight because it's beautiful. So let's get started. You're gonna grab a fluffy brush and your bronzer. And the nice thing about your bronzer is you don't have to be very particular in terms of your placement because it's bronzer and it's not gonna do a whole lot. I like to start here and just kind of feather it in and blow out my crease. This is a fantastic transition shade. And I pull out this way towards the tail of my brow. I also get underneath my eyebrow with it. First shade down. Let's do it on the other side. And because it's a bronzer and it's your crease color, again, it'll blend out pretty good. And that's the thing that most people don't think of. Like, your bronzers and your blushes and anything that comes in a big pan, you can use it on your eyes too. Get more use out of it. Underneath. Step down. Second step. Smaller, more tapered, fluffy brush. You're gonna grab that medium shade. Today, like I said, we're using Harvest Brown. You're gonna grab it and stamp it down into the outer V first to make sure that you got the shape that you want. And then just bring it across. And keep it a little bit lower than where you were the first time. Like, so if you're here, you don't want to take it up as high as your bronzer, but just a little bit lower, but we're just kind of creating a little depth in the eye area there. And again, take it down below. It's gotta go under here too. The thing about eyeshadows is you gotta keep working with it until you get to the level that you're happy with, right? So you wanna look up close, you wanna look back far, see how it's working on your eye, see where you need to add more definition, see the shape that you're creating, if you need to pull this up higher over here to create more this way, if you need to darken up in here, just follow your heart's desire. What you did over here, you've got to do over here, right? So I always like to start in my V and map that out so that the most product is out here, and then you're lightly bringing what's left over in here. Because you don't necessarily want to darken up the inner part of your eyes because you want to have it bright and alive looking. And again, super simple. Just keep adding and blending until you're happy. All right, phase 3, we're going to take the deeper brown and a tapered blending brush. So I particularly like this brush because when you have it closed, it's got like a little pencil tip top and then it comes down. So when you place product on it, you can get precise and put most pigment deposit here and then use this edge to blend it out. So I'm using that deep roast color. Sorry, burnt umber, I lied. I'm using the burnt umber. And what I do is I place it just in the outer V again and feather it up, mostly keeping the product on the outer half with this outer part of my eye, and then blending just a little bit in here to create that crease, because I don't have a crease. I have hooded ass lids. You gotta fake it till you make it, baby. And once you're happy with how that's looking, you do it on the other side. Again, starting in the outer V, with the most product placement there. And then when you get it where you want, bring it lightly into the crease this way. And keep adding and building up the product, the color, until you get the pigmentation that you're looking for and the depth that you wanted. And don't worry about it being so precise, truly. Like, I'm just slapping the stuff on there. Don't be afraid to go in with your earlier brushes to make sure those edges are nice and buffed out. The nice thing about using browns that are all very similar is they just kind of blend effortlessly together. Take a clean brush, clean, dense brush. If you find you got a little too crazy and ham down here, you just do this. And it's like you erased your mistake. It didn't happen. And you still leave a nice buffed out edge as opposed to a harsh edge if you clean it out with like concealer, let's say. Caramel ice. I use this brush, it's a little denser, and I just pick it up like so. Close my lid, and oh, just right smack over top of all that. And then in the inner corner and just underneath too. Simple. You can use a pencil brush as well with this and really get into that inner corner to really make it sing. You can throw a tiny little bit up here on your brow bone, get it a little frosty. Take this brush, no extra product, and just run it across the top again, just to make sure that everything's nice and blended. And do it in the sides here too. Really hoping I can put 2 videos together. Okay, so once you get your eyeshadow to where you want to be, you can throw on some lashes, mascara, if you want to call it a day. I'm going to grab a brown liquid liner, and I'm going to give myself a little itty bitty wing. I'm going to attempt an itty bitty wing. We'll see how well it goes. See if I can do this up here so you can see. You don't talk through wings. I'm using a brown liquid liner. This one is from Wet n Wild, which I've never had an issue with. Decent brown liquid liner, and it's super affordable. The only thing I don't like about these is if they get in your lashes, they do chunk them up a little bit. So yeah. Alright, I'm gonna zhuzh this up a little bit better, do the other one, and I will be right back. There you have it. A very, well, I think this is simple. This might be a little extra for some people, but for me, this is my go-to everyday simple eye, and it takes very little time, very little effort. You can wing it or you don't have to, but here you have it. Soft glam moment, if you will.